Hello, everyone. We're back. Okay, so we got a long leg here, or a long strider, whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, long leg.
Shields will I can kill the machines. But what about the tower? I might be able to destroy it. Or override it. The tower won't stop. But I could override it.
As you can see, they added a way to nullify this armor. These are scrappers. It might be prudent to make our way around and figure out how we can sneak up on the scrappers. But maybe not, because the long leg itself does come over here, and I might be able to kill it without aggroing the scrappers.
I thought they'd go on forever.
He walks over here. He might just turn him right around without stopping. Wasn't enough to kill it, but... Oh shit, knocked it over again. That was not long enough to stay down though. Okay. Now I did end up pissing off the other ones at least a little bit, but they didn't come over here, so... That's a victory in my book. So they're still corrupted even when the, Yeah, there's their gun. I'm surprised that one didn't, like, acknowledge that. Got him. Alright.
The tower helps nearby machines. But it can be destroyed.
Like how Ayla just shows up, fucked, just completely fucked the machine, just destroys it. Alright, can we loot it? Does not appear to be lootable.
No good. It's not gonna even notice me attacking it.
What are we talking about? Alright, Naltuk.
Now we know how to deal with the machines and the towers. The daemon's next.
Perhaps
Hey, Becky.
Ourea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Araya when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait.
Yeah, you're
When
young.
Araya
You'll
and the
get older and
chieftain
fight.
returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain.
Inside the mountain, eh?
If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Okay, well that gives us some idea of where to go. We should hit up this fireplace here, then this one, and go to the waterlogged lake.
Alright, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Speaking of which, I wanted to look at something. The bow I have. Yeah, see, that's 82. Yeah, these are significantly weaker than the bows that I can buy. So I kind of do want to get one. I just need the blue gleam to do it. I need a lot of blue gleams, so I hope we can like find more of it over the course of the game, because we found one so far. Kind of feels like we should be able to find more. Like I said, though, we're gonna go grab this fireplace, just so we can have a place to fast travel to if needed. A lot less snowy in this part. Okay, so over there we have ourselves a Scorcher. A bastard. Okay, we're gonna head up to this one. Oh, there's a boar there. I don't know if we need anything from the boar, but I don't think I need any more bar bones. Oh, there's a goat over there. A badger. All right.
Bandits grow like mushrooms in the dark when your attention is elsewhere.
Hey there, Banner. Fuck to go. I thought the goats would drop something useful, but so far no. Okay. Alright, well, let's set up this fireplace.
Got one.
There we go. Now we're gonna go and do this quest real quick. We'll go to the lake and see if we can figure out exactly why it flooded without rain. Now it kind of sounds like maybe we have a case of water being diverted from elsewhere. But we'll find out. Gotta go, bone. We got a demonic snap maw over here.
This must be the ruin Laolai was talking about. Cooked in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap moss. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems enough.
We'll avoid fighting a corrupted snap maw for now. Okay, so there is another one of these over here we're gonna go hit just in case I need to fast travel around. Getting the fireplaces is very handy. But actually, you know what? I don't even know if I need. I never bothered to try fast traveling to one I hadn't met before.
Machine that big down.
I assume I can't, but it doesn't mean I can't. Okay, this robot's fighting over here apparently. Oh yeah, so that there was a sign on the area there. It's not there anymore, but I guess that like it was by this long leg site. So I assume the towers are actually in response to that. Okay. Well, let's go here. I'm pretty sure that this is a dam, by the way. Over here by this there's another campfire here.
These
Yeah, blue
mountains
flame.
must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Yep, safe here. Very good. Yeah, so I want to get this champion bow here, but I only have one blue gleam. At the same time, I wouldn't mind getting this one or this one, just because they're more powerful, just baseline than what I have. There's a bridge here. But what we gotta find is somewhere up here. Somewhere upriver, it looks like. This would be freezing. It being both nighttime and a fucking blizzard
Shake it out later.
does not help. Okay, didn't drop anything worthwhile. Don't know if I need fox bones. I'm pretty sure I don't, but there we go. Okay, keeps going further and further upriver to this, so I'm pretty sure we're heading for a dam.
There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
Indeed it does. Also a purple item over here. I think? Okay, it was red. Oh, hang on, what is this? What? No, I don't want that, I want this. There we go. Emissions Joyride to Shelly Guerrera McKenzie from Laura Vogel. Emissions Joyride. Okay, girl, you were never gonna guess what happened on my way home last night. First thing, I heard this sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there was this weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah, it was one of those old blue Spectrum LEDs. Looked super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some Yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek as if he were doing some macho primal scream therapy. You know, the 1,000 RPMs between it, with 1,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo was none other than Dodd Blevins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion era car. My expert professional opinion, Blevins is a grade A douche canoe. I decided not to sick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks, but Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now, because you're gonna lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right near one of the trail signs, and I could tell Blevins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the sign to swap directions between Fairy Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You'd never get a snowmobile up there. I hope he bailed out hard and had to walk back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing for my very first incident report right before this whole thing gets shut down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun? Where's the fun, Shells? Where is the fun? Okay, so she may have killed this man. Okay, so we are at a dam. As you can see, the dam appears to have closed. Or opened, one of the two.
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Okay, here we are.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the den? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
Can't do that through here.
Another holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen?
Okay, what is this?
Alright, so okay, like how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Saskatchewan people to ever see this place. Yeah. Hence, you know, song.
What? Okay, hang on. Dear nobody, as far as I can tell, that's who's gonna read this. Those spooky guys showed up today with creep Blevins to take measurements of our workstations. Next week, they start installing Pharaoh servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelly. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoyed Basic Income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this. Hiding our tapes of our ghost rehearsals tapes of our hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room was where I was sitting when Laura came in, dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shells, she said. Girl, so I was looking at schematics of this place and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in this place, seriously bonkers, like echoing through the entire valley kind of bonkers. Legit, you're gonna slow yourself when you see it. I remember asking, practice space? Peace. Billy. Probably
Someone's
pry
been
that door.
through here. Not that long ago either.
Fire open.
I've become trapped somehow. I'll buy the forge. I'm pleased to hear another person stomping about in here. This blasted door is stuck. This is a perfect opportunity to do a good deed and clear your conscience for whatever cruelties you may have committed. Oh!
Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood a little. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, and seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled.
Choke
top
up,
to
bro.
bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, We need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Hmm.
The walkway's gone. Only way across is up and over. The current's too strong. I can't swim against it.
Yeah, that's
It's even
good,
less
but
refreshing than it looks.
I don't know why you like jumped and
The
then
other
just...
valve is just across the edge.
Yeah, she won't make that jump. She just falls in the water. Okay, interesting.
You might find a way to the other valve somewhere up above.
That's the plan, bud. That's the plan.
Looks like there's a ladder over there. Might get you to the valve.
What? I'm up.
You know, I thought I saw some kind of tunnel up there. You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the claim. Stone ruin, cloud tall, and this wide. There's been 13 levels on that monstrosity, but no walls. Just straight stone columns bearing the weight of the level above. Filled out with row upon row of those enormous rusted-out old-world carts. You know the ones with their 4 wheels? I'd straight to 100 of them. The only thing I've ever seen in
A tub of stagnant water. Charming.
that's what they were for, will you? Why would the old ones want to cart around families and... Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
Kookaburra, what are your plans for the weekend? What you up to, sir?
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Let me look around. See what I can find.
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Ooh, what's this?
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see Cut it! I forgot the words. Shells, we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band-Aid! We need one.
Alright. Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo, and I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the Hollow welcomed me to the Dam family, and I felt like AJ. That was such a missed opportunity. Oh no, not AJ. I felt like that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a Damley and chose not to. And B, the idea that I would ever think of anything of any of my coworkers as his family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I. Now he was signing papers to dissolve my family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of, and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the 2 of us. We used to have these theme days. One time, the sluice gates were open, and we set up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and battled around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed with one of the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridges of our nose. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. When Laura brought up band names, I knew that pretty much right away that would be our name, Concrete Beach Party. There's never really been any other choice. Okay, give us a sec, guys. We gotta go on break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.